And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
And now,
all right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set on the hill here today, Drew Rasmussen.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, ready to go here. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Inside. And we're underway here this afternoon. Now 1-1. Here's a high chopper. And they put the tag on him for the out. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Michael Harris II.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Austin Riley, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
Riley used to be a pitcher back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but it turns out he made the right choice.
Fly ball down the line. And that'll fall for a base hit. Now he'll turn for second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next to hit, Marcell Ozuna. And that's way high. Ball one. Riley, the runner at second with one away. And another ball. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Just missed. Ripped to short. Slings it across. Ozuna is out.
The first baseman,
Matt Olson up to the plate. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Yeah, there's the strike. Check swing, called strike. On the ground, out to short. Fires across the diamond. That's the third out. Braves strand one. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Tropicana Field and on the hill, A.J. Smith-Shawver. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, just a 3-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all three. Sometimes you can make that 3 look like 4 if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But you know, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those 3 pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
Yandy Diaz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Diaz measures 6 feet 2 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Cuba. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's Brandon Lau. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He's got it, and there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
That one not close. Ball 1.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the...
Albies to second on Olsen. That's 2. We head to the second here at Tropicana Field. No score. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Rasmussen back to work. And that one is in for a strike. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So here's Murphy now. Just missed. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
2-1.
Upstairs. One out, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses, and now it's 3-2.
Full count.
Fights it off, he'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cut on and missed, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Now at the plate, Brian De La Cruz. Late on that fastball.
It's 0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Diaz moves under it. Squeezes it. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And ball one. Next offering is in for a strike. That one fouled off. One, two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Left field. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
That is it. The left fielder, Christopher.
Now the left fielder, Christopher Morel. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that one is in the dirt. 1-1. Just missed.
Ball. That's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
One down, base is empty. Fly ball center field. Harris has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Batting six, the center fielder,
Cameron Meisner digs in now. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Next offering is fouled back. And Earl Hendricks punches him out. That's a strikeout. So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the third. No score. On to the third inning. Here's Jared Kelnick.
Jared Kelnick.
On the corner at the knees for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
The other way, and he beats the shift into the outfield. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Pickoff move to first, and he's back in there. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Morel makes the grab, one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So digging in, Michael Harris the second. Grounded out his first time up. Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
1-0.
Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
Well, you can get away a little bit with not being so accurate when you've got such a great arm and you get rid of it quickly, and that's what happened right there. He made up for the lack of accuracy with excellent velocity. Nice job with the catch and throw right there.
Top of the third, no score. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Braves go down quickly here, and we are still scoreless. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in, Jose Caballero. That hit him.
That hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, the bright side is that that'll help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Taylor Walls at the plate and takes high there. So 2 balls and no strikes. Caballero gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Move to first, and he's back in easily. Kicks and deals. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second.
2-2.
Out.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Gets a piece and stays alive. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Count is full.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Outside, and that is ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
One gone, runner at first. Ben Wortvet next to hit for the Rays. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Fastball for a strike. Check on the runner. Throws it away.
Drag two.
Runner on the go. Pitch is high.
2-2.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Next pitch misses inside. Ball three.
Full count.
On the ground, right side. Throw to first in time.
The right fielder, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Harris racing after it. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Two outs. Runner on first. Lau at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Late on that fastball.
0 balls, 1 strike.
That one at 95, missed up top, and the count is 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. and no one can get there. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now, here is Junior Caminero. He hit into a double play his first time up. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And a swing and a miss. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Rays 2 and the Braves nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Ozuna goes 6'1", 225 pounds, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH.
1-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here is Matt Olson. Grounded out to short in his first trip. In for a strike, 0-1. And there's a ball. That's in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
And they'll do it again. Two outs. Outside low, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on.
We got a full count.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. And the Braves go down quietly. And they're down 2-0. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. And stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And the 0-2. And he chases that one. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Here's the left fielder, Christopher Morel. And that one hammered. That's back. Say goodbye to that one. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Cameron Meisner now at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. A little bit high,
that's
and it's 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Caballero stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next offering upstairs. In the air out towards right center. Kelnick sizing this one up. And that is the third out of the inning. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, we go to the top of the fifth, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Rasmussen back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Got him. He picks up his fifth strikeout on the hill.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
John Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. Struck out swinging his first time. And that is out of play.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
The Braves trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the gap. And that's going to roll to the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Everything came together for him. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
1 out, runner at second. Brian De La Cruz. Next up for the Braves. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. His first homer of the year. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now it's the right fielder, Jared Kelnick. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swung on, popped up left side. Caballero makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Allen takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Ryan Pepio warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger, a left-hander, also throwing. Two outs. And that one fouled off.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
That's a strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Hit in the air, right field. And it falls. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for Atlanta, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 0 for 2 in this one. That clips the zone. That's strike one.
0-1.
Allen off of first with 2 away. That one the other way, and a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Drew Rasmussen won't go any further, and he had to battle. Nothing came easy in this start, but he leaves with the lead. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
Ryan Pepio on to pitch out of the pen here.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
First and second, 2 outs. Here is Austin Riley. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two aboard, 2 outs. And that's in for a strike. And a count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now in Tampa Bay, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Taylor Walls. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Now the catcher up to hit, Ben Workvet.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Movement in the bullpen, Spencer Schwellenbach getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Lee also throwing. Right through there for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's the ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. The next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. And it's filled up.
Full count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That right there will drive you crazy as a hitter. That pitch has no business being called a strike. It's definitely not what the pitcher was trying to do with the curveball in any count, let alone a 2-strike count. So the umpire right there, he's just rewarding a bad pitch.
So the batting order turns over. Yeah, the batter now, Yandy Diaz.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Smith-Shawver checks the runner. Walls dives back in safely. 1 out and a runner at second. And another ball.
Out.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Counts full.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Lined, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. A.J. Smith-Shawver done for the day, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Spencer Schwellenbach.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays. Fastball for a strike. Diaz, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that's a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
0-2 now. This one in the air, right field. Kelnick snags it for the 2nd out.
now batting the designated hitter,
Junior Caminero, the next to hit. On a line, base hit. And that's going to kick into the corner. Throw cut off to second, but he's in there easily.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jonathan Aranda. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. foul ball. Next pitch is inside, and that's ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Second and third, 2 down. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 5. It's the Rays 4 and the Braves 2. Top 6, and now the DH, Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Next offering is fouled back. That one well upstairs. Going to count 1-2. And that one missing low. Here's a 2-2. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Going back on this one. Bangs off the wall. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's got a leadoff triple. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's in there. That's strike 2.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Stays alive. Just misses. 1-2 the count.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Pitch
1-1.
misses, and it's 1-1. Ozuna stands at third with one gone in the inning. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. It's 4-3.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Murphy, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Swing and a foul straight back. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Rays 4 and the Braves 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. There we go, bottom 6. Now up for Tampa Bay, Christopher Morel. Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first in time, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
1 pitch, 1 out.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Cameron Meisner, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That hits the dirt. 1-0. Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Jose Caballero, next to hit for the Rays. Schwellenbach picks over, and he dives back in safely. And that misses off the outside edge. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Up the middle. And it's through for a hit. The throw in there safely.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. And downstairs. Runner Runners at the corners, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The shortstop takes the ball. Runners are at the corners, one away. Out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 5-3.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Ben Wortvet next to hit for the Rays. Just missed. Caballero, the runner at first with 2 gone. And misses inside.
2-0.
Next pitch off the play. 3 balls, no strikes. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Number 2, Yandy Diaz.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Slice to right. Kelnick makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Rays 5 and the Braves 3.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Manuel Rodriguez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That's towards center. Meisner on his way over. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 away.
Up next for Atlanta.
And now the right fielder, Jared Kelnick. Rodriguez, 28 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Aranda makes the catch. Out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Nick Allen will hit next. That's too low.
That's ball down.
And that is ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Cole Sulser getting loose out there. Number 48 warming up as well. 2 outs, base is empty. Hit hard, base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Manuel Rodriguez will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Now on the bump, number 48. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 1 for 3. That clips the corner. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Pulls that one foul. Tying run at the plate. Gets under it and pops it up. Caballero. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. 1 left for Atlanta. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Dylan Lee.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And stepping in for the Rays, Brandon Lau. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Rays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Now it's the DH, Junior Caminero. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Angel De Los Santos appears to be getting loose. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. To third. Riley fires to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Jonathan Aranda. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Line drive, makes the catch, inning over. So they make short work of them there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Rays 5 and the Braves 3. We're at the top of the 8th, so here's Riley now.
Austin Riley.
Late on that fastball.
Power relievers, one after another, coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
And there's a foul ball. That one inside. And a count 1-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
One down, base is empty. Fastball for a strike.
1-1.
That misses. And it's 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Now one miss.
That's a ball.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And that one is lifted in the air. Diaz hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Matt Olson down. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That's in there. That's strike 1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Rays 5 and the Braves 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Angel De Los Santos.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So digging in, Christopher Morel. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-1. And it's fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 away. Now up for Tampa Bay, Cameron Meisner. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that misses.
That's a ball.
Ball 1.
1-0.
And another
That's
ball.
Down. That's a ball.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
A little bit low.
3-1.
And that's too high, and it's
Take
ball
your base.
4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
1 down. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. just
That's the ball.
missed. High fly ball out into left center field. De La Cruz brings it in. 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Taylor Wall.
So 2 down now, and here is Taylor Walls. There's a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
De Los Santos over to first. Meisner back on a dive. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Meisner off of first with 2 away. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher,
Ben Wertvet next to hit for the Rays.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Top of the zone for a called strike. Left field, way back there. That's back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 8 full, it's the Rays 5 and the Braves 3. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Pete Fairbanks. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
the second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Caught and missed. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. Outside corner for a strike. The Rays leading by 2 here at the top of the 9th. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So they're down to their final out. Brian De La Cruz next up for the Braves. He's already homered here in this one. First offering misses badly for ball one. And strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Braves down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.